Yo, welcome to the Anti-Negativity Network. I'm your boy Ron Sims here to make it do what it do. I'm hanging out with my partner right here, my partner in crime, Brandon Storytime Johnson right here.
Yes.
So we just hanging out, and as y'all been promising y'all that we was gonna start doing some bowling stuff on the Anti-Negativity Network, because y'all know this is a big portion of Ron Sims is the sport of bowling. And guys like this is another reason why I even bowl, right? Because the relationships you get from this sport, man, it just some of these relationships that we get, man, we cannot duplicate, and it's because of the sport of bowling, man, that is just a blessing to us. And so that's why I called my man and said, look, let's do this. We started this at the Rodman a few months ago, and so I was like, who better than to get this thing continued on than my man Brandon right here. So we're just gonna sit here and chop it up a little bit, and later on we're gonna go out here and throw a few shots. But I wanted y'all to get to know who Brandon is, and maybe know a little bit about me as well, because some of y'all might not even really know who I am. So first, I'm Ron Sims. I'm gonna start it off, and then Brandon gonna take it over. But I'm Ron Sims. I've been bowling. Actually, been bowling since the age of 13, but I've been in the bowling center all of my life. My dad used to bowl, and I was one of those little rugrats that ran through the bowling center. They used to stop running, take 2 steps, start running again, right?
Yeah.
So
that's a lot of them.
that was me. That was me. My dad always talked about how I used to bowl up a whole sheet and everything. I don't remember all that. I just remember laying out on the lanes and throw the ball and didn't move until the ball disappeared. Then I get up and did it again. And so so I kind of was birthed into this thing a little bit, right? And so then when my aunt gave me, I never forget, my aunt gave me a flyer about a youth league at the age of 13, and went and checked it out, and bowled at Azalea Bowl back in the day. That was my house. That's my heart, right? That's my home. I miss that place, but that's where it started for me, man. So what about yourself?
Same here, man. Lifelong bowler. Man, been bowling since I can remember. Probably 7, 7, 8.
Right.
Severance Lanes, like you said, miss those places.
Yeah, man.
Those. I remember being, able to be locked in the bowling alley overnight. Staff. That kept me out of a lot of trouble. I will say that.
I was thinking about that myself, man. Trouble, yes, indeed. That's another reason why I'm thankful for this sport, man, because it kept us focused on something, kept you in tune to something, and God knows it kept us
a whole lot of trouble, man.
A bunch of trouble. So man. Go ahead.
Just like I said, been doing this a long time. Met a lot of friends. That became family. I said, I'm blessed to call this brother my brother. So like I said, been forever, man. It's lifelong. I met a lady the other day. She said she didn't bowl, and I said, once you get into this thing, you gonna. It's like you meeting up with your 4th and 5th cousins. Next thing you know, y'all brother and sister. Now,
That's it, man. We got so many brothers and sisters up in this sport. What up, bro? What up, bro? What up, sis? What I'm saying?
Exactly.
But it's real. Like it's like I look at it and I often tell folk, I was like, I got some folk that they call me 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm getting up out the bed. I'm getting up out the bed, and it's because of this sport that we even met, right? And it ain't even about color. I mean, that's the thing. Like,
you're right.
I give you a prime example, and everybody know it, especially here in Richmond, know how I feel about James Hamby. That's my guy.
Yes.
Everybody know how I feel about James Hamby, and so I will cut you over James. That's my guy. That's for real, and he just as lily white as he can be, right? So we don't. It ain't about color. I mean, I've tried to tell it to folk. I mean, I'm not a guy that's about color. I'm gonna deal with you according to who you are and how you rock with me and how I rock with you. And so in the reality in the sport of bowling, there's some folk that we ain't gonna rock with.
Exactly.
Okay, we're gonna call it what it is, right? I'm gonna love you from a distance. That's the best way we're gonna be able to make this work, is you stay over there on your lane. And when we on that lane, hey, good shot. Keep it moving.
You're right about that, man.
Shake your hand, good bowling, have a good one, And so that's the way it is, man. But this sport, man, has been a blessing to us, man. And that's one reason why we want to do this is just to, share what has been a blessing to us, what we love, what we're passionate about. And like I said, we're going to go out in the lanes and throw a few shots later on and talk about some bowling stuff. But right now, I just wanted y'all to know who this guy is and know who I am. you know, and again, subscribe to the Anti-Negativity Network if you don't mind, or share this with some folk and so they can subscribe, because more stuff is coming. We're going to be doing some interviews with some other people, some folk local and some folk that's not local. But this is what I do. I love the sport, and just want to share. I just want to share this blessing that's been that I have, man. And we're hanging out in the shop that I manage here at Orb Drillers Pro Shop at Holiday, but we have Orb Drillers Pro Shop throughout the Richmond area, and so.
You talking about your people, man.
Yeah. We we get into that. No doubt, we get into that. But
you got me on the storm side of the building. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, we full service here. Y'all know everybody know Ron is the hammer guy.
Exactly.
Everybody, I ain't gonna say everybody know. We're gonna talk about this in a second, but this is the radical cat right here. This is the radical guy. He's gonna talk about that in a few minutes. I want him to talk about that because you need to know about that. But here at Orb Drillers, look, we about bowling, and so anybody know me, I'm a push hammer. That's my baby. That's what I love. Been with hammer since the No Mercy beating came out, which I think that was about 14, 15 years ago. And I've been blessed to be able to say I've been rocking with them ever since, and I'm gonna keep rocking with them as long as we can. But we do it all here. So we all about the sport of bowling up in here. So everybody is not gonna throw hammer. I understand some folk want to throw storm and rotor grip. We do it here, okay? And so it's not all about a particular brand in here, but I'm gonna stay loyal to my brand, okay? You know, if you ask me about hammer, I'm gonna try to put you in one. But if it don't fit, we must have quit. So that's just gonna say that. That's what we do here. So, but look, since we own that, let's talk about that a little bit, because a lot of y'all might not realize who this guy is right here. This guy is royalty, really. You know what I'm saying? And he hung with one of the brainiacs, one of the biggest brainiacs, who was really before his time in this sport. And he was revolutionary. He was evolutionary. He changed the game in a lot of ways. And a lot of folk out here owe a lot to him, whether they go admit it or not. But a lot of people have been successful simply because of the God-given talent and mind that was given to him. And he used it to the best of his ability. And I'm talking about none other than Mo Pennell. And this guy right here hung with him. So I want you to talk about that experience and tell him, you know, why you one of the big dogs in the sport of bowling that a lot of folk didn't even realize. This guy.
And it's funny you say that, because I don't really like carry myself like that, because like I enjoy being behind the scenes. Right. You know, that was a really fun time. I've been on with Radical ever since they joined up with Brunswick. I think this is my 10th season now.
So you started with Ebonite, actually.
Well,
was that with Ebonite?
It was right when they merged. So
right.
It's right.
Gotcha. I got you.
It's the very first balls. I'll never forget the first balls that we actually had a imprint on the game with. Was the Reacts and the Yeti.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so those are like the first two. But like I said, just like you said, being in the same room with this guy, man. I mean, it was something special.
Yeah.
So man, and the story time, I have nothing on this guy's stories, man. Nothing on it. Sad that he's gone, but like I said, I rep the brand, in remembrance of him. And like I said, keep the same philosophies, as far as just, dealing with the science of bowling, because this thing is a science. When those people draw those lines in the pro shops, for your bowling balls, it's not just because they like to draw. I would definitely tell you that. It's definitely some fine tuning and some ingenuity into putting, the right bowling ball and the right layout in your hand every time.
There you go.
And like I said, I would definitely say I benefited from that. Like I said, being able to, like I said, just, talk about the people we, can call and talk to at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Exactly.
And like, that was one of the guys, like, I would always call him. And it was funny because once we, got a rapport or whatever, I would call him. And just, just to check on, so he's like, how you doing, Mr. Johnson? What do you need? And I'm like, I don't need anything. I'm just checking to see, your adventures and all the other stuff, see how you was doing. So, but like I said, definitely have fun times, man. And, Saturday's gone, but like I said, still doing this thing, living vicariously through Mo, basically, man.
Yeah.
So.
That's what's up, man. So, and then you and I have talked about that that experience so many times. But for the folk, a lot of folk who knew what you was doing was envious. A lot of folk was envious, but I don't really think they really understood what it took.
No, no.
I don't think and I really believe if they really understood what was happening behind the scenes, they might think again about what they were signing up for. Talk about that. I think they need to know that.
Now, if anybody's had a coach, anybody, you see like the great coaches, of all time, like Phil Jackson and Popovich, all the great coaches.
Been somebody, all those cats.
They know how to motivate you. No, that's not. It was a lot. It was a lot of words we can't use on the anti-negativity network. But like I said, I think for me, I needed that push to get better,
right?
And like being able to push those buttons, because there was a lot of times where one of us almost didn't make it out of there, So I mean, but like I said, for those the faint of heart, I would definitely not advise going that route. And like I said, I have people who would ask me questions as far as like bowling wise, and I have to remember I have to be a little softer. I definitely have to be a lot softer than the treatment, or I'm not even gonna say treatment. I would say the tutelage. Because like I said, it was all for the best.
Yes.
Because like I said, it was tough. It was rough. It was some rough days. It was a couple of days where I mean, we all want to be the best every day.
Yeah.
And the bottom line is we're humans.
Yes.
And we're not going to be the best every day.
Yeah.
So those days when I wasn't the best,
he made sure you knew.
Yes. And I knew quickly. And it wasn't that it took a while to understand how bad I was that day. So, but like I said, it was an adventure. I wouldn't trade a moment, at all.
Right.
Good and bad.
Right.
So
because you learned from it.
Oh yeah.
You learned from it, you grew it. It helped you get some tougher skin.
Yes.
Not that you didn't already have it,
exactly.
But
and that tell you exactly. People always say, "Oh, I want to bowl this tournament to see where I am as far as like in the game."
Gotcha.
Going through that really showed me that I wasn't as tough as I thought I was.
Gotcha.
And like I said, I played sports all my life, and I thought, I'm a tough guy. I would like to think I'm a tough guy.
Gotcha, right.
But that broke you down. He definitely broke me down to bare bones and build me out made me out to be some tough stuff. So that's good.
So you just said something right there about you playing other sports, but I want to, before we go there, I just want y'all to realize, so in case you're not 100% clear on what this guy has done in the business behind the scenes, he was the ball tester for Radical. So all those thousands of balls, I think said thousands, hundreds of balls that he came out with, he threw a lot of those balls. And so what I'm getting at is that there were hours and hours and hours of just constantly throwing bowling balls down the lane, because what Mo was doing was actually, he was the test dummy.
For real. Mo, and that's putting it very, very polite. Very polite.
And so, but behind the scenes, and because of, our relationship, I was never actually, I privy to it once or twice, but I can promise you, it wasn't as glamorous as you think it is. And so what you saw on the end of it was hours and hours and days of grinding. And we love the sport, but that right there tests your love right there. Those days, right?
It's funny you say that too, because like in going into college and playing baseball, and I never forget, like one of the first people I met, like, as far as like collegiate sports, first day he said, "Man, do you love playing baseball?"
Yeah.
And I love playing baseball. And then you had the first practice, and it don't have nothing to do with baseball. I don't think I love this like I think I love it. So that is.
And that's the other thing. So what were some other sports that you played? And I want to get back to that part right about the college, because I want to talk about that too. So, but what's some sports you played?
Basketball all through high school, baseball all through high school, obviously. Like I said, I was afforded the opportunity to play baseball in college.
Right.
Didn't last very long. Like I said, if you don't, and like I said, I always admire these athletes, you know, college pros who play these sports. Like you have to love it.
Yes,
like
indeed.
It's not a I'm just doing this for what. No, you gotta love it because, like I said, everything that goes into it is you gotta love it.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise, first of all, you're not gonna be successful,
right?
And second of all, you're gonna hate yourself because of all this stuff that you're going. Like, I'm doing all of this for this.
Yeah.
You got to absolutely have 100% love for that thing.
And so for me, I actually played in middle school, which is where, I played football, little league, and then grew up in middle school, played football, basketball, and baseball. And but that's the one regret I had, is that I didn't stick with baseball.
Really?
Because I played, did okay in middle school, and then got to high school, and I just focused on basketball. And so I played all 4 years in high school. But I never tried out for baseball, and that's my one regret, is that I never tried. And I don't know what would have happened, but at least tried it. That's the one regret, is that I never just gave myself an opportunity to even try it.
I would say the same thing about football, but like I said, in high school I was a skinny kid, and believe me, like growing up in Cleveland, Ohio, and seeing some of the teams that we would play, like the schools that's in the suburbs,
right.
Like in high school, I'm 6 feet, 160 pounds,
right,
and that's with 2 big sandbags in my pocket, you know. And then I'm going against guys that's 6'4", 280.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. What your idea? What your idea? Because I don't believe you're supposed to be in high school at that big, man.
Yeah, for real.
You gotta be somewhere else. No, it can't be it.
And so I like I said, in high school, I stuck with basketball, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. But then this is when I realized I love bowling. Because and one thing about Ron, I've always been that guy who loved to encourage. I've always been the guy, even though I'm really hard on myself, I don't take it out on anybody else. At least I've never tried to, or that was the purpose. But I've always been hard on myself, so I expect a certain level of myself. But when it comes to other people, I can encourage you. That's not even hard for me. That's just who I am. I'm gonna encourage you. Even though if I can't encourage myself, I can encourage you. And so this is who I am. And I realized that in high school. But we played basketball. And the moment the coach said, we got practice Saturday morning, I had instant attitude.
Because you missed bowling.
Yes.
Yes.
You took my bowling from me. I got attitude. I ain't high-fiving nobody. I ain't talking about jaws is tight. Don't leave me alone.
Indeed.
And that's just when I started realizing, it must be something about this sport that And so it wasn't something that somebody had to push me to, make me go do. I've always gravitated to the sport of bowling.
Yeah, and that I think that. Well, I'm gonna tell you my moment. And I think I might have been like 10th grade. 10th grade, and we would do national trips for bowling. And I remember I didn't have good grades.
Right,
I didn't have one good grade. And my parents said, "Oh, if you don't bring that grade up, you ain't gonna be able to go." I said, "Okay, all right." So so the grade didn't get pulled up, whatever.
Right.
So I packed my clothes. My brother packed his clothes. All my friends packed their clothes. So on the way to the Severance Lanes where the bus left.
Right.
So I take my stuff, I get out the car. My mother said, "Where you going?" I said, "I'm about to get on the bus." She said, "No, you ain't." So I got my bag. I got my bowling bag. My brother got his stuff. They get on the bus, and then they pull off, and they wave. Yes. So that actually helped me.
You can laugh at it now.
Twofold. Now a good student now, and a good bowler. Yeah. There you go.
Wow. That's that aha moment right there. Yeah, man, that one cut.
I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you pack and everything.
Man, they went through the whole thing. You ran down the street. Yeah, boy.
I was hype. I was ready, man. I had my theme music on and everything, man. Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
That was crucial.
Yeah, deep.
That was crucial.
Look, man. Look, I still my mother and father. If y'all ever get to a point where y'all going to a home, that's why y'all going in there. No, I'm just kidding.
Man,
find the best care for y'all. We're gonna find the best.
But I tell you what, man, even off of that right there, man. Even though that hurt, I know you was pissed with them. For a long time.
Yeah.
But it made you respect authority.
Oh yeah.
It made you respect authority.
And I tell kids now too. It's more important. It's important to get the grades. It's important to be a better person.
Yes.
But like I said, the grades matter too. So
yes, they do. And going back to the thing we talked about when you went to college and you realized you didn't love
baseball. Yeah.
Hey, I hopefully some of you parents let your kids look at this that might be thinking about bowling college, bowling collegiately, or any sport collegiately. You better figure out if you love this or not, because to whom much is given, much is required. So when you get to that next level, the higher the level you go, the more it's going to be required of you, the more you're going to need to do, and the more you're going to have to push yourself, and you got to do some things. I used to be a collegiate coach. Okay, I coached for 10 years at Virginia State University. Many folks already know that. And a lot of young ladies realized once they came what was required of them. And I even still speak to some coaches nowadays, and the kids get there and they realize that they didn't realize what they were signing up for. Okay, the workouts and the requirements from the classroom standpoint, the many hours of practice and study hall, and it's so much you got to do in film. And I guess with baseball, you probably have film sessions as well. And I'm sure in bowling, you do some of the same thing. I know we did, and not a whole lot, but we did some. But it was a lot of time spent together. And there's a lot of times that you had to do a lot of practice. And that means some parties you might not have been able to go to. Right. Or if you did go to the party, you better get your hump party in early because you got to be up early the next morning, right? And so it was so much that's required of you, and you want to be that college student, but hey, to whom much is given, much is required. So you might really want to really talk about and understand what you're getting yourself into, because you're not going to be like any other student, okay? But at the same time, most of y'all are going to be getting scholarship money. Again, to whom much is given, much is required. Okay, so but yeah, so we want to just have some conversation and let y'all know who we are and why we on here doing this. And there's more to come, but we just starting this out today and wanted to introduce ourselves. And I guess as we go down the road, you'll get to learn a little bit more about us. But we're gonna go out to the lanes and throw some shots here in a few. But Brandy, you had anything else you want to share or talk about?
No, just welcome to this ride.
That's it. We don't know what's gonna happen with this, but we're gonna make this happen because we just want to share this blessing that we have, the sport of bowling. I already know at some point there's gonna be some conversation about this right here, TNBA, because at the time of doing this video, I am the newly president-elect of TNBA. And so as of September 1, 2023, I guess I need to mark this because you never know how long this video is going to be out here for years to come. But nevertheless,
we're going to have the inauguration and everything.
So I assume office on September 1. I'm not even going to go there today because that could be another whole segment, me talking about TNBA and why it's so special to me and why it means so much to me. But I will say this, we got some work to do. Okay, we got some work to do. And we're gonna get to work, and I just need everybody, please. If a lot of folks say, Ron, I got your back, or I'm in your corner. Let me know what you need. Here's what I need from you right now. I need you to get involved in your local Senate. Okay, find out when the meetings are. If you don't know, ask. Okay, if you don't know who the leaders are, DM me, send me a message, call me, whatever. I can find that information out and I can get that information to you. But your local Senate needs you. I need you to get involved in your local Senates because there's so much that can be done on the local level, such as scholarships for our kids, such as bowler appreciation days, such as tournaments, such as so much that can be done within our local Senate that's going to grow TNBA. And then from there, the regions grow, and then from the regions growing, the nationals grow. But this is a thing that I believe that we can grow to. We haven't even began to really make TNBA what it can be. And then for me, again, I have to say this because unfortunately, this world that we live in, I have to let folk know I do not care anything about your skin color. I do not care. So I have to put that disclaimer in. But the reason why I say that is because TNBA came about simply because of the history of our nation. And unfortunately, this skin color has made a difference in how people were treated in our past history. Okay. And so that's why TNBA came about, because unfortunately there was segregation in the sport of bowling. And so TNBA had to do their own thing. There was some bowling centers that we weren't allowed to be in back in the day. So what they do, they started their own thing. And fortunately, they had the strength and the courage to do it. Okay. And so that history alone is a reason why I bleed TNBA, and there's a reason why I take it to heart, and I'm honored and humbled to be the next president. And so it's something that I take very serious, and we're just going to do all we can to continue to grow it. But again, we got to grow the sport. Okay. So it's not just about TNBA. It's about the sport of bowling, because we here to sit here and chop this up and talk and enjoy our relationship because we met through this sport of bowling. And so, I could go on and on about that, but you good?
Yeah, man. Congratulations, man.
Thank you, baby. Well, appreciate it. This guy right here is a piece of work, though. I'm gonna tell y'all, if you was ever on my Facebook page and you saw, this is the guy that did it. Okay. He already got me in trouble with the USBC president already before he even got in office. We love you. I promise you. Listen, that was not. This guy's just a jokester. But this is why we love him.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. It's funny because like what the inspiration for that was. If anybody's seen it, was the dodgeball. The dodgeball movie, and I just put the heads in whatever. But somebody had asked me about the president of USBC. When whichever president have you ever been in the same room? I said I don't recall ever being in the same room with any of the presidents of USBC. And and I was telling people about TNBA, like if you've bowled TNBA or just been to a TNBA event, like not only have you been in the same room with this guy, he's probably got a picture in his phone with you. And I said that was, to me, was the it wasn't necessarily a shot at USBC, right. But like we all know we got to go through USBC to bowl. That's no question, because they are a governing body of the sport. I understand it, but it's something about like being able to at least go to your local president, or you can go to the national president and kind of just talk about, maybe what you like, what you don't like about the associations. And to me, I don't think you're able to kind of touch USBC like that. You maybe, locally.
Well, you can do locally, but nationally, I mean, but I guess it's a little tougher for them because of the size of it. Yeah. The size of it.
Exactly. So, but I mean, I've bowled in a national tournament, a bunch of times, but I don't ever recall being in the room with whatever president.
I got you.
Like,
got you.
Not to say that they got to be there the week I'm there.
Yeah. But, I get what you're saying.
But like I said, I think that may be something they should look into going forward, because not enough people know the people
who in charge.
Yeah, who in charge. Exactly. So like I said, with TNBA, I've known at least two presidents. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the same room. I've been able to talk to at least two. And that's saying a whole lot when I've been able to talk to zero, people in USBC.
So
Yeah. So don't ban me. Please don't ban me. I love bowling. We told you how much we love bowling.
Yeah, we love this sport. So we love everything.
So don't come at me. But y'all can call me though. Y'all can call me anytime. Y'all know where to find me. Y'all got my information.
Brandon Storytime Johnson. Hit him up on Facebook.
Yes. Yes.
But look, again, I know we've been on here for quite a long time, and we can continue to talk about this. We just love the sport. Okay, we absolutely love the sport. We love USBC, we love TNBA, we love UBA, we love anything dealing with the sport of bowling. We are down for the cause. And so we're going to continue to promote this sport the best way we can and continue to show love. But again, like I say, if you ever see anything on my Facebook page,
it's just joke.
This guy, do not take it serious.
Yeah.
But the story times, y'all do need to check that out though, because this guy, it's a gift he has. I ain't gonna lie, it's a gift. Okay, and it gets people. Oh my gosh, I just have to check it out. Just check it out, okay? But look, we're gonna sign off for right now. We're gonna go out here and throw some shots, and we're probably just gonna close it up when we out on the lanes and shut it down. But we're gonna throw some shots because I want y'all to see that we do know how to throw the ball down the lane just a little bit. We still trying to learn. We still trying to get better, but we know how to throw the ball down the lane just a little bit. All right, we'll see you in the short.
We just gonna throw some shots.
We just throwing some shots.
This is how we start now. Just so y'all can say that every shot wasn't a strike.
You know what I mean? Because we was kind of the conversation we was having. Just we was out here actually throwing some shots and warming up. And look, y'all already know how I get down on here. This is not. We don't do no editing. We just rock with it, okay?
Yes.
What you see is what you get.
Yes.
And so we were just throwing a few shots before we warmed up because we was trying to throw a whole bunch of shots after we warmed up so you can see all of our strike shots.
Oh, yeah.
But you're not going to see a whole lot of strike shots. But no, you'll see some.
Well, these are not fresh. To put the disclaimer on.
Yes, these are not fresh.
I always would get the question asked, or the comment when I would do the videos. Oh yeah, you throw 100 shots to get 5 shots.
Yeah.
A lot of them times I was striking a lot, and like I would say, for instance, the one video I did when we were in Muskegon with the conspiracy theory, and that was with the dynamic core when the dynamic core first came out. I threw some shots, and they all look the same. So okay, now I have to kind of get deeper to kind of make it look, to show the I guess the new technology of the ball to give you that little, when you miss hit or have pocket hits or something like that. So this is just live, so we just gonna bowl.
Yeah, we just gonna bowl. Yeah, we're gonna throw a few shots and we just gonna. You gonna see the good and the bad.
Yeah, because a lot of people do videos and all you see is strike
shots.
That's all you see.
I promise you, they're not shooting 300.
Yeah, they're not throwing all strikes. I can guarantee you that from experience.
There is no. I'm still working on that. I know a lot of folk come to the shop and it's like they want the ball that's gonna strike, and I keep telling them I still got that in R&D right now. And when the first one come out, of course, I'm the one that gets that one first, so I'm sorry.
I'm buying the whole, look, you're not even going to get the opportunity to go, because I'm going to buy them all. So that's it. Look, I got a couple dollars behind me there. I'm buying them all. Y'all not going to get that ball.
So we're going to throw some shots, and we're going to just keep the camera rolling right here. So you can see this is unedited. He got the 17 split. And I am 51 years old. I am not totally warmed up yet.
I am not either. I still got to check engine light on.
You're going to see what you get.
Look, I still got to check engine light on right now. so bear with me, please. Yeah,
good gracious of life.
I'm resetting that. I am not dealing with that today. Just like I said, every ball is a strike. Just like
but as I told y'all in Atlanta,
every ball will be a strike.
Bowtie Grant, make sure you make your spares.
Not for the videos, man.
Huh?
I don't make spares in the video. See, that was the one good thing. Like when we do like testing, that was my best friend. The reset button. We get a lot more shots that way. Oh, there we go.
There you go, another one.
I might try to make this.
There's another one.
I might try to make it.
Where's my towel? Okay. All right, here we go.
I don't have my towel either. I don't have my rosin bag. Feel a little butt naked out here, man.
That's a shout out to Woo.
Shout out to butt naked Woo. Definitely got to do a
hit them light and watch them fight.
Yeah, definitely got to do like a whole like show about like nicknames and how you got them and everything. That's always fun.
Oh, you gave it a run.
Almost. How many times y'all made the 7-10? I think I'm at.
So
I'm at Kobe number 20.
I don't know if y'all are able to really zoom in on the angles, but I can promise you those two shots was two different angles. Okay, but that's what you want. Now I'm throwing my Black Widow Hybrid 2.0, and you always want to look for that ball that can give you the most mistake room. Okay. Now, unfortunately, they have yet to make a ball that gives you
unlimited,
all of this, unlimited
mistake room.
You're not gonna have that, okay? If you really want to put some scores up, but you want to look for that ball that can give you most room for error. What you throwing?
I am throwing the outer limits.
Outer limits, okay.
Out the box. I wasn't a fan of this ball, to be honest with you, because not because it wasn't a good ball, just because it wasn't. I didn't think it was. Which it was, you know, the ball that was supposed to emulate was the conspiracy.
Right.
It wasn't that. So, but, I mean, it knocks the pins down. But like I said, it's like going back to doing like testing and stuff, just, you know, getting accustomed to seeing what I want to see as far as like bowling balls. Like initially, I didn't see. Playing with the surface a lot recently. Shot a couple big games with it, but definitely.
So basically, in a nutshell, not every ball going to be.
Oh yeah.
The one.
I'm telling you, going through ball testing, it was a lot of balls that I was like,
yeah,
no. But not to say that won't work for somebody else.
Right.
A good testament to that was the Primo Solid. Primo Solid, and that was right when the haywires were out for Rotogrip. And like everybody was running them over with haywire.
Right.
But just so happened I ended up doing a test against one of those, and you know, for like the track area, 15 to maybe, you know, like let's say 8, 9.
Okay.
Like the haywire was absolutely dominant.
Right.
But once you got from like 15 this way,
it was
definitely Primo Solid.
Right. Gotcha.
Over there.
Gotcha.
But like I said too, building bags. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We always talk about being on staff and being able to pick balls, you know, that you can throw. That's kind of the gift and the curse. If I had be able to build a bag at that time, I would have had a haywire and a Primo, you know, but I couldn't do that because I was on staff. Hey!
Woo! It's backdoor action. Missed that. Okay, that's the reason why I need my spare ball. But anyway, shut up, Jeff. But some of you just talked about right there about being on staff, and look, I said earlier, I am been blessed to be on staff with Hammer for the length of time I have, and it's been a good run. But the reality is sometimes we see some bowling balls that go down the lane that's not in our family.
Yeah.
That make you like, man, I kind of wish I had that in my bag, right? Yeah. And so,
or you drill 100 balls trying to emulate that ball reaction,
and you don't get it. And I got a little fun fact for y'all. As long as that I've been on staff with Hammer, I think I've touched about just about every widow that has come out.
You tell
I
me
can
about
promise you, this might be the third widow out of all of them. So, I mean, when I said the third one, it's like this is the third one that I actually will keep in the bag. Okay? But does that mean widows are bad?
No, not at all. Like I said, that was probably one of my favorite lines of all time.
It's been tried and true over the years. But that's just one of those ones that didn't really fit my game. It was more like a shot-specific type of a situation. But, you know, years of trying and trial and error. And and sometimes you're going to have a ball that's going to fit your game that you can continue to rock with.
The funny thing about that, which is the good part that I felt, doing the testing, being able to drill unlimited bowling balls.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that like I said, if you miss on some, hey, shit, throw them in the trash and keep it going. So, but like I said, being able to do that and like I said, have unlimited, like I said, free reign, for everything. That's amazing. Like, because look, don't get me wrong. Like and that's what, like I said, when people ask me about bowling ball recommendations and stuff like that, like this is most times at least a $200 investment. So if I tell you the wrong thing, now I feel like I ain't gonna give you the $200 back. I can't do it. You paid me for whatever you asked me for.
Yeah, that's one of the tough things about working in the shop right there, because you have so many options, right?
Exactly.
You know, so many options. Everybody's making some decent stuff.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
You know, some stuff is better than others, even within the company. You know, so just because you see somebody over here running them over with a gym. Don't mean you will run them. Don't mean you will run them.
Innovator solid. I could do that with the Innovator solid.
You know? But all right. So I promise y'all I can't strike though. I promise y'all. I did a lot of striking in Georgia.
Yeah, man, I heard.
Georgia was pretty good.
Yeah, man,
Georgia was pretty good.
They make sure the president have a shout out there for the president. Better have a shout out there for that man. They don't put cases on all of you. Oh man, I've been having some fun with this guy being the president. Nah, I say, man, I get to. The day after he became president, man, I went to call this man. I'm looking through my phone, Ron Sims. Where's Ron Sims at? I said, man, I can't find this man's name. I looked through the O's and say Obama Sims Jr., man. I said, okay, there he is. That's it. That's his number.
That foolishness. That's that foolishness.
Oh, that's Obama. Oh, that's not a good shot. Oh, goodness. That too, just knowing when you. That's another thing too, being honest with yourself. I knew that wasn't a good shot off my hand.
That's it. That's another reason why we just kind of letting the video run right now. Because we just wanted you to see that there's some real shots.
Oh yeah.
There's some real shots, and then there's some human
shots out here.
Some ones that we're not cookie cutters.
No.
We're not robots.
Definitely.
So that's the reason why you got to make sure you got the right pieces.
Definitely not Monday night bits and pieces when I need it in the 10 frame. Sit. That's a better shot right there. That's a good one too.
All right.
Look at that.
I can't bowl on TV. I just 3 in a row. All right. So we're going to make a lane change because I want y'all to see. Hopefully you might be able to see Brandon from a different angle as well. But we just, guys, we just letting the camera roll. You're seeing shots. We talking. We just want you to see real. Okay. We just want you to see real. We're decent bowlers.
Just a disclaimer, man. I don't like right lanes. Just something about the ones that
you only want to bowl on left lane.
Even number lanes, man. What I tell you, Brooklyn. Funny, if you did see a lot of the test videos, were on left lanes. I would often joke with Mo when we would do like new balls. Every ball that came out was the hookingest ball ever.
Yeah, he did. He did do that.
Excuse me. 500 rev rate. What is this man going to do with the most hookingest bowling ball ever? But we did make most of them work.
The guy was a genius, though.
Oh yeah, some of the. Like we did do a video in Holiday. Shout out to Holiday Bowl, Independent Center. Hopefully they keep going.
The hole in the wall right here. This the hole in the wall. Shout out to Jeff.
Yeah. Hopefully they are around a lot longer than what people think.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna thank the lane man, Jeff. Even though he didn't do these lanes right now, but nevertheless. Yeah. But hopefully we keep Holiday going as one of the last independents here in Richmond.
Yeah.
This place is needed.
Yes. Independent centers. Well, not to say that the corporate centers aren't good.
No.
Because most of the people there are
for the sport of bowling.
Yeah, you need it.
But the independents, man, there's something about the independent houses that it's just special to the sport of bowling.
I said that's what I grew up in. Remember a couple of centers in particular. I said Severance Lanes where I've started, and Cedar Center Lanes. Had a guy Brian Weary, man. He used to lock us in there. He wasn't supposed to. So my bad. My bad. But it was a long time ago. Statute of limitations. But a group of maybe like 10 of us would, be locked in overnight. And like I said, it kept me out of trouble. Man, oh man,
kept you out of trouble.
And like I said, got to do what I love.
Much worse places. Much worser. Here I go with my English today. But
it's all right.
There's a lot of places you could have been locked in that was much better, much worse. I mean.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, I can think of a lot. Just off the top of my head. I think of a lot.
So yeah, guys. So we again, we just want y'all to see some shots being thrown real time. We ain't cutting no video off. We ain't just showing you just the good shots or the bad shot. I mean, we ain't just showing you just the good shot.
I'm not showing y'all my spare game right now, man. Nah,
make your spares. Ain't that right, Brandon Bowtie Grant?
I am embarrassed to say that my spare shouldn't use.
Make your spares.
But I'll try to make stuff like that. Yeah, this lane is cooking. Cooking. Yeah, like this was the thing too. We would always get loose on the right lane. Always get loose on the right lane. The real show is
on the left lane.
Real show is on the left lane.
All right, I'm gonna hit the reset button on this one. I need a strike. I ain't gonna lie to you,
man.
I need a strike in my life.
I'm about to try to
on the left lane
again. Oh, take it.
Oh.
What other ball I got in the bag? I feel bad. I only brought one bag.
Hey, I got it down. Tickle it down, baby.
Tickle them things.
So, guys, look, we're going to go. I know we done seen quite a few shots, and we were just really wanted to throw some shots so you can see that we do bowl. We do bowl. But we got some more videos that's going to be coming out. We're going to be doing some more stuff with some other bowlers. some more lane time stuff, some more conversation. This is really just something to get started. And again, I appreciate you coming out and hanging out with us and checking us out. Please share the video. Again, I just want to say thank you. It means a lot that you chose to view this video, right. Okay? And so we're going to continue to do stuff like this. Again, I told y'all, Anti-Negativity Network is all about us getting better, getting stronger, just continue to be motivated and be better tomorrow. I mean, be better today than we were yesterday, right? And so these videos going to be unrehearsed. What you see is what you get. We're just going to keep rocking with it. Brandon, I appreciate you hanging with me, baby boy.
No problem,
man. Much love for you, bro.
Yeah, and plus, we can't edit, man, because the production budget is very minimal.
For real. We're on the bare bones budget, right?
Yes.
Triple B, bare bones budget. But look, this is what we're going to be doing, right? We're just going to come out here and just keep it real with you. If you have any questions or anything that you would like to see us talk about, you know, shoot us a message. You can always put something in the comments below. And again, subscribe to the Anti-Negativity Network. But we're going to be back and we're going to do some other things. We're going to have some other folk in it. It's not just going to be us all the time. Yeah. We're going to do some interviews with some other people. We're going to be talking about some other things. We're going to talk TNBA. We're going to talk bowling. We're going to talk equipment. We're going to talk about pro shop stuff. Anything and everything is on the table. But we just wanted to start this off today. I always said something was coming. Here it is. So, no, we love you. We appreciate you. Keep hanging with us. See you later.
Peace out.
Don't forget, pray, plan, prepare, proceed. Go make it do what it do. Love you.